part of this program was deceptively tricky, shall I say. We had to start by actually drawing a triangle on the screen, which doesn't sound very complex until you realise you can only put in the X, Y, Z coordinates and the colour of that point. And then from that point we had to actually shade smoothly to the next point of the triangle so it all looked nice and even. This sounds simple in theory, but in practice it was a little bit more complex. The program was written in C++, and it was done during my graphics programming course, which I really did enjoy. I learnt a lot. And I wrote it in Visual C++ 2010 Express, and it performs various functions on vertices, which are points, so these, and lots of stuff on triangles. In this assessment we had to render a 3D rendering program using polygon-based objects, and basically the steps we had to follow was we had to write smooth shaded polygons, triangles, in a routine that you can pass coordinate values and vertices and the colour for each vertice. We had to render the 3D polygon, do clipping on it and show the results drawn on the screen, and had to perform visible surface detection, which basically means only draw on the screen what you can actually see. So for the cube, for instance, you can only see the front side, the top side, and this side of it. You can't actually see the back of the cube, so there's no point the computer actually drawing that. It slows the computer down and wastes a lot of memory. So that was a really interesting thing. It's a lot more complex than it sounds. We had to apply 3D transformations and animate the object, so to do 3D translation and 3D rotation and 3D scaling, and applying the projection transform, which was also another aspect that we had to actually include in this. So this particular project, it includes clipping the edges, so only drawing the objects that are actually on the screen. So if this triangle was to move up here, it'll only draw the part that you can actually see in this part of the screen. Scaling of the different triangles, the back face culling, so only showing what you can actually see, translating it, so in this case we've got it rotating, then we've got duplicating, which is also shown here as well as in this section and this section, and then moving the object and animating it across the screen depending on where the user actually clicks. So to start off with, I'll demonstrate some of the functions that the program can do and how it all works. So we start off the program and it says welcome to the game, and see if you can click on all of the correct areas of the screen. So to start off with, we're clicking on the red triangle. So we click on the red triangle and it actually changes the triangle and changes the colour information for each of the points. Now click on the green triangle, which again changes the colour information and redraws the triangle. Now we've got to click on the multicoloured triangle. Oh, sorry, multicoloured rectangle, I should say. Oh, I'm calling them rectangles and triangles, getting myself all confused. So yeah, we click on the multicoloured rectangle, and it changes the triangle back to the multicoloured triangle. And we click on the blue rectangle, and again it changes the colours. So the next thing it wants us to do is click on the cube. So in this case it's actually showing you the rotation and the transformation of this, because all it's doing is actually having the original triangle's information and building it from there. So it's all done procedurally and dynamically on the fly as the program is actually running. So the next thing I want to do is click on the half triangle button. So this one, we're starting with the triangle this side and it goes to that size. So here the triangle is being scaled and it's being translated over to the side so that you can actually see that it's being moved. Next it wants us to click on the double triangle button. So I think that's this one. So yeah, looks like I did it well. So that's the double triangle. So it's actually doing it again. But in this case, instead of halving it, it's actually doubling the size of the triangle and translating it as well. So it's moving it over. And the next one, it wants us to do the rotate triangle. What's happening here is you can tell by the colour of the corner that the triangle's actually being rotated around. So now it wants us to click on the left side of the screen. So we click over here And it actually moved. Did you notice that? And it's only drawing this section of the triangle. It's not wasting computer space trying to draw the triangle over here. It detects that this point is not on the screen, so it doesn't need to draw it. So next it wants us to click on the top of the screen, so we'll click up here. And again, it's only drawing this part of the triangle. It's not drawing up here because it's a waste of memory. Next we're clicking on the right side, and you can see it's moving happily over there and it's changing colours. So as this, and it's smoothly shading. And then we click on the bottom of the screen, and again you can see that it's only drawing the parts of the triangle that are on the screen. You can then click here and it moves it, so it animates it all over the screen where it's actually redrawing the entire screen. But yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this project. Learned a lot about matrices and vectors and all that really complex maths that people go, I don't want to do that. I actually found the Khan Academy very helpful in getting my head around some of the mathematical processes. But yeah, anyway, that's it for this project today, guys. Thanks for watching. And if you've got any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them down below in the comments section. And in the description section, I'll have a link to what the actual assignment criteria was and my project documentation. So you can have a look at all the code and all that sort of thing if you're really that way inclined, or you can actually have a look to see how the different methods and process functions work. So thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.